Hey there, just a quick reminder, we have a mentorship program if you're looking for personalized coaching and mentorship to help guide you to the next level of your interior design business, whatever that might look like for you, whether it's processes and procedures or what services to offer to how to incorporate wellness, intention, or spirituality into your projects. Come join us over at designcoven.com/join. Or if you're just in search to connect with other like-minded interior designers, you can join our free community, also located at designcoven.com/join. You're listening to the Holistic Interior Design Business Podcast. This is a podcast that guides you as a new or inspiring independent interior designer navigating your entrepreneurial path. Here, with my over 20 years experience, I will share my holistic approach to design with intention and ancient practices, including feng shui, all incorporating mind, body, and spirit into my design projects. You will also learn from seasoned interior designers as they give strategies and insight of how they built their businesses and continue to work in the field. Together, we will discover supportive trade partners, new ideas, creatives, and inspiring artists from around the world. I am your host, Rachel Larraine Crawford. Hello. In today's episode, we are going to have a discussion about the Design Coven. So this is a solo episode where I am sharing all the things on the Design Coven. I've got a ton of questions that I'm answering just to give you a beautiful introduction to the Design Coven, which I launched June of 2022. It's a brand new membership program that I am so excited about. So before we go into the Coven, I'm going to go ahead and open up our space by ringing our bell, connecting us to the present moment. Really just anchoring ourselves into our bodies, connecting with our breath, and setting the intention of connection here with all of you. And I, of course, am going to light my candle. I have a beautiful Mithras candle that I've had since the very beginning. So I'm going to go ahead and light this, connecting us with that element of fire, which I'm so connected with and grateful for. And then today I'm drinking something new. I have some cacao from Miss Perception, and they are offering a 20% discount if you would like to try their cacao. The code is M as in Miss and P as in Perception 20. So MP20, and that's in all caps. And I'm connecting with cacao today just because I really want to open up that heart space, opening up my heart chakra to share something that is so special to me with all of you in hopes that we can make the world a better place through holistic interior design and just intentional, mindful living in general. And I'm going to pull a card. So the deck that I'm pulling from is my tried and true Rider-Waite Coleman Smith deck, my first deck that I've ever purchased when I was 17. And our card today is the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords is one of those cards that comes in whenever we're feeling a bit defeated or we're just down on ourselves. We're not quite winning. So I'm looking at this card in connection with today's episode in the way of maybe feeling stuck or not quite sure how to enter the design world, feeling a little daunted, and also just kind of clearing up some misperceptions of the interior design world, kind of breaking down some barriers so that we can all succeed, so that we can all be empowered and we can improve things that are currently happening. So this is the Five of Swords. Alrighty, so the Design Coven, I wanted to create this episode because I thought it was really important to share more, to go deeper into what it is that I'm offering. I know I've hinted at it. I've spoken a little bit about the Design Coven, but today I really wanted to get you more involved so that you know what it is, why I'm doing it, and who the Design Coven is serving. So first off, what is the Design Coven? The Design Coven is an interior design mentorship program where you can learn from practicing interior designers who are working on real life projects. In the Coven, you get access to cutting edge vendors, suppliers, furniture makers, textile designers, and design resources that I personally have curated over the past 17 years of my interior design experience. And you can start to build your own valuable relationships. This is something that's really important to me. The vibe of the Coven is a design process that incorporates mindfulness, intention, and wellness to support your clients with a strong sense of home that allows them to go out into the world and do their best. Anything's possible when you combine your intuition with a sense of design. It's a way to connect with a supportive community of like-minded people that are already in the design world and those that are wanting to enter the field. And one of the questions that I always get is, why did you build this? Or how did this come to be? What's the origin story of the Design Coven? And the reason I built this is, and I've spoken about this before, is I've been invited to talk at San Diego State to a few of the classrooms. I'm just sharing my experience as an interior designer, letting the students know how I operate in my day-to-day business. And afterward, I would always get students coming up to me or sending me emails, letting me know that the talk really enlightened them, that they were able to learn about the design business in a way that they hadn't before. They learned more about the ins and outs of the design business, which I feel like they're really craving. And they would always ask me, are you hiring? How can I work with you? How do I get an internship? And even in the interviews that I would have with the interns, I was always wanting to know, well, what is it exactly that you're wanting out of the internship? What do you want to learn? What do you want to get out of this? And it was always, how do I work in the design field? How do I get into the business? How do I operate? How do I do invoices? How do you price? How do you get clients? What do you do on a site meeting? How do you talk to clients? So it was always about the ins and outs of the business. And I was just looking at different programs or mentorships and trying to figure out a way to steer these students and people that were coming to me so that they can get more insight. And I just wasn't seeing or finding anything that I felt was truly in alignment with bridging the gap between design school and the real world of interior design. And then I also kept getting emails and texts from people that I know that were interested in the design field and were looking for mentorship. So I decided to build it. So I came up with the idea right late April, beginning of May, and I launched it in June. So super fast. I like to work fast. I like to build things. So here we are with the Design Coven. I also would like to share just what my vision is in general through my business and with the Design Coven. And that is to live in a world where home is sacred, resources are sustainably consumed, and people are mindful in how they interact with others. I also want to share the mission of the program, and that is to educate, inspire, and empower aspiring holistic interior designers with real life experiences taught by designers and industry professionals so that they can support people with a sense of home that allows them to then go into the world and do their best. So it's really connecting with that ripple effect, starting with ourselves, with our clients, with people's homes. These are places that are so sacred. And then the other thing I would love to share with you all are the values of the Design Coven. This is where I really dig deep into how I'm going to structure the program. And these are the values or the energy streams that I am tapping into with the Design Coven. And the first value here is Emperor energy. I really connected with the Emperor card in the tarot when I think about the Design Coven. And what that means to me is an unapologetic embodiment of self. It's action without hesitation, freedom to build your own opportunities and to be a support to others, creating something from nothing and fueling the fire. Again, I'm so connected to fire, and I just really, really want to support others. I want to bring opportunity into the forefront and to give hope and inspiration for others that are looking to go into this field. My next value is relationships. I talk about relationships so much. My life path number is the number 6, and that is connected to the Lover's card in the Tarot, which is all about relationships. And we, of course, are in a relationship year with 222 adding up to the number 6. So this is a definite year of building relationships. And so what that means to me is beginning fostering and nurturing relationships with intention, instilling a strong belief in the power of relationships, and learning from others' experiences, successes, and failures. And this is where we are connecting with other interior designers that are currently working in the field, really building relationships with them, learning from their experiences, but also building relationships with our vendors, with our showrooms, with our team. And that is something that I really want to cultivate in this community. The next value that I hold dear is limitless light. And that is to be the initiator of a spark that helps people connect with an anything's possible mentality so that you feel liberated, open, and expansive. That to me is also very important, to hold up that light and to inspire others. And then the last piece, the last value that I hold dear within this coven is the energy stream of magic. And what I mean by magic, it's a way to integrate what cannot be touched but can only be felt in your work, to follow your intuition, to incorporate personal practices and or mysticism into design work, and the ability to intentionally connect with clients on an energetic level. I do believe that we're all energy, we're all connected, and to be able to align with another person in this high vibration is so important to our work and how we navigate into the world. So those are the values that I'm holding dear to my heart in this space of the design coven. The next question is, who is this for? I get this a lot. I'll get people that are asking, well, who is this for? And I have several people that are in this community, but this is for somebody who has always loved interior design, has been thinking about interior design, and was just curious if this spark that they have can grow into something bigger. This is for somebody that might have had the spark of interior design, but went and took a left turn into a different career because it was safer. It felt like they could succeed. They might have been intimidated by the interior design field, but now they're feeling the call to really explore the interior design path. This is also for somebody who may be in that successful career, but is looking to go into another field that is spiritually fulfilling and gives them purpose. This is for a student that is currently in interior design school and is looking for clarity and connections to enter the design field. So I'll get students that know that they want to be in the design field, but they're not sure how to get in. They're looking to build connections. They're looking to build relationships and to really see what is out there for them and how they can enter the field, whether it's going through a showroom, becoming a designer of their own, or assisting another designer. So they're really just kind of exploring different pathways and getting clarity on how they want to enter the field. This is also for somebody that is currently in the design field, but wants to approach interior design in a more holistic way, or maybe somebody that's in the field that's looking to go off on their own. There's so much support within the group to help you navigate entrepreneurship, opening up your own business. And like I said, we also have designers that are currently that are in their first few years of design, and they want to shift the perspective and get more in alignment with holistic interior design. And you can check out episode 1 of Bewitching the Home here on the podcast to get a wider sense of what I mean by holistic interior design. And there's also a practice there to connect with your home in a holistic way. But in general, it's about being intentional, mindful, sustainable, bringing wellness in the home, being aware of off-gassing and chemicals that are coming in, and making the space suitable for health and wellness and safety. And then we have Someone that is in the design field again, but is looking for a supportive community of designers and design professionals. So somebody that's looking for support in that way, looking for a community that they can ask their questions in, that they can feel seen and supported, and they can go to design events with other people that are of like-mindedness so that they're not navigating this world all on their own. The next question here is, what will I receive by being part of the mentorship program? And we touched a little bit about this, but you will receive some clarity on exactly what you want to do in the industry. I introduce you to so many different showrooms, vendors, professionals that give you a glimpse into all these different facets of interior design so that you can get some clarity on what direction is calling you, where you're feeling the need to explore. You will receive the benefit of learning from seasoned interior designers so that you don't make the same mistakes that they did, that I did. We are learning from so many other people. There's just so many hours of design and wisdom that we can gain from each other versus doing this all by ourselves. You will be part of a strong community of holistic interior designers and build trusted relationships with your peers and industry members. You will receive an exclusive high quality resource list of dependable contractors. So I am sharing my contractors whom I've developed relationships with over these years. You will also receive access to a curated vendor library of furniture, finishes, art, and accessories. So, again, I'm sharing my resource library with all of you. You are going to get an introduction to showrooms and artists who know and will fully support you. So, I am sharing all my connections with showrooms, with artists that I've built these relationships with, so that you can be supported and have resources to go to, have artists that you can lean on to get original art and to support local art into your design projects. You will also get special pricing and exclusive workshops to support you in your business. So I'm collaborating with other entrepreneurs, just like Chantel of Clear Quartz Creative, where we will have workshops on creating your mission, your vision, your values, creating your brand strategy, creating your brand messaging. There's so many people that I've just been in contact with and that are looking to support people in the Coven. So you will get access to those exclusive workshops and special pricing. You will be able to move into this field with confidence and enthusiasm to network in the design industry. We've already got several people that are feeling so confident and so empowered. They've received actual jobs in the design field within the first month. They are building their portfolios and they're just owning it. They're owning the role of interior design. And then, of course, you're going to be connected with a fun group of people to go to events with. If you're here locally, we get to go to events together. We connect with each other, and there's just this beautiful support of people that are in the group. Another question that I get is this open to everybody? And in the way of gender, people ask, is this just for women? No, it's for every gender, everybody. You can join no matter what gender you identify with. It's open to all. This is not a women's only group. And the same thing with all of my moon circles and anything that I do, it's all inclusive. I invite everybody to join those. Another question I get is, do I need experience to join? So we'll get people that are like, I have no experience. I have no idea. I have no knowledge of the design industry. I just know that I'm interested in it. Do I qualify? And the answer is yes. You don't have to have any experience. You just have to have an interest and a drive to want to learn, to be curious. Like I said, everybody's welcome if you have that curiosity and you're looking to see if this is the right path for you. I also wanted to invite people into my world to see if this is a career that you can see yourself in. The last thing I want you to do is apply for an expensive design school and graduate or get into your last year and go into your internship and be like, this is nothing like what I thought it was going to be. I'm hating this. I'm not in alignment with this. And then have you drop out or graduate and do nothing with your degree and be in debt. And that's just another reason why I am opening this space up for everybody. Next question. Can I join if I'm not in San Diego? Yes, absolutely. I've got people that are in Scotland. I've got somebody in Chicago and San Francisco. So we have virtual events that you can join. And the virtual events are the meeting at the beginning of the month where we check in, see how everyone's doing, see what support you're needing. We set intentions, and then we'll do a mini workshop of sorts. So our first one was on Feng Shui 101, which was really cool. And then we'll do a virtual meeting with a 3 designer panel. So you're learning from interior designers. And then we do another virtual meeting where we're learning about products. We had Upholstery 101, we're doing Rugs 101. And so we're learning about products, we're learning about different vendors or companies to support our businesses. How often do you meet is another question that we'll get. And in total, there's about 6 to 8 events in a month. There's a lot of events. There's 3 virtual. So if you're in the virtual tier, you're definitely going to get 3 events that month. And if you're in person, there are 3 to 5 in-person events for that month, which is really, really cool. So in total, it's about 6 to 8 events, depending on what's going on. And then the next question here is, are virtual events recorded? Yes, all of the virtual events are recorded because I know a lot of you may be in different time zones or it just doesn't work out. So you do have access to the recorded videos, the virtuals. What platforms or programs do you use? So our program that we use for the portal for the membership is a separate website. So it's a website where you will create a login and you will have access to different rooms. There's the virtual gatherings room where all the links and information, the calendar for the month is located, and you'll be able to enter all of the Zoom calls there. And then the physical in-person events has their own tab, and that will have all the details on how to RSVP and connect with the in-person stuff. We have a library in there, and we have a forum, which is a social space. So we don't use Facebook at all. There is no Facebook connected to this. We have our own social forum platform within the website. And it's similar to where, you can ask questions, you can answer questions, you can introduce yourself, you can connect with others that are in the community if you are looking for someone to maybe go to an event with, or you have a question with design. I do use Instagram stories to share behind the scenes. So when you're in the program at all the tiers, you get behind the scenes stories. So I am on my phone basically sharing what's happening on the job site as it's happening. So I'm taking you in to my clients' homes, and I'm sharing all of the fires that we're putting out or the issues that are coming up. And of course, I share all the beautiful things that are happening as well, the installations, the pieces that we're picking, how we're putting together our mood boards, and just inspiration in general. So there's a lot of that. And that, again, is on Instagram in a private story setting. And then we also use Zoom. So all the virtual stuff is on Zoom, and it's recorded, and it's available within the website so that you can watch it. And then you do have access to past recordings. So if you come in, you will get access to the past interior design panels, the past product trainings, and the intention setting events at the beginning of the month, the mini workshops. We also get the question of how long is the program? The program is not any particular length. What I'm envisioning, and it's still very early, is that people may be in for about a year or 2. I'm really about connecting with people that are at the very beginning stages of coming into the interior design industry. Not that you can't come in if you're seasoned or you want to shift your design business. You can definitely do that. The program itself, it's so evolving, and there's so much education and there's so much experience to learn from others, and there's so many designers. It's really limitless. I don't see there being an end. So it's really as long as you want to stay in the program and for as long as you feel supported by it. You may grow into a space where you're like, I don't need this anymore, and you're welcome to leave, although I don't want you to leave, but it would be really cool. And this is the other thing that I'm envisioning, is people that have sort of graduated from the program to come back as an interior designer speaker, to be on the panel, to show up on the podcast and share their experience. That to me would be such a dream. So how long is it? It's really up to you and what feels good for you. How do I bill? So the billing is monthly. It's a monthly subscription. and we take PayPal and all credit cards. So that's how it's billed. And then it's, like I said, it's monthly. So then every time at that day that you sign up. So let's say you sign up on the 10th, you will get billed on the 10th of every month. And then you'll have access, for that month. And it's an automatic billing, so you don't have to worry about renewing or anything. And the next question is, how can I cancel? And can I cancel? Yes, you can cancel anytime, any time of the month. If your billing cycle, say, is the 15th of the month, so you buy in on the 15th and you decide you want to cancel on the 20th, you have all the way until the 15th of the next month to be in the program. And all you need to do is email me at least 24 hours in advance to your cancellation date so that I can cancel. And it's really simple for me to just cancel, and then it ends your subscription. And then you can always come back whenever it feels good. I'm seeing that people are taking vacation in the summertime, or they're traveling. So then they'll cancel for, the month or whatever, or they'll lower their tier and then they'll get back on when they return. And you're welcome to do that. Next question is when is the program available? The Design Coven is always open. I'm never going to close the doors or have this little launch. To me, I really want this to be accessible to everybody at any time that you're ready. I don't believe in the scarcity mindset. So I'm not here to push you to get into the doors before I close it. That to me doesn't feel good. I really just want to be a support for all of you whenever you're ready. So there's never any rush or push to get you in. But I will say that, especially if you're doing in-person events, the sooner you get in, the more physical events you'll be able to partake in, because of course we can't record a live in-person event. So it's kind of like one of those things that you want to get in and experience it. And same thing with the virtual stuff, even though you have a library of past workshops. For me personally, I feel like sometimes I'll go back, but a lot of times I won't. So you might want to just get in just so that you're present and in the moment when those things come up. But like I said, I will not close the doors or make you feel like there's a rush to get in because I'm going to close the doors forever. Like that to me is just, I'm just not into it. And then our next question here, what are the tiers? So we have 3 tiers. There's 3 different levels that you can enter the Design Coven. So the first tier is the Air tier, which is the virtual tier. So this would be great for anyone that's not physically here in San Diego. If you are in the San Diego area, I highly recommend the in-person tier just because you get so much out of coming in person. But the virtual tier is available to everybody. And with that, you get 3 live monthly calls. Again, you get the intention setting and check-in call with the mini workshop. You get the industry panel. It's a theme discussion with Q&A with interior designers and or contractors. And that, of course, all of this is recorded. You get the live industry panel or the live product training with Q&A. You get the online private forum. So you get the private forum where we get to nurture relationships with other people in our community. You get access to the secret stories on Instagram of me on site in projects, sharing behind the scenes. You get the curated vendor library. So you get the library that includes contractors and my vendors, my curated vendor list, as well as the archives from past events. And then there are opportunities for branding and marketing workshops by Clear Quartz Creative at a discounted price, and other workshops that we are collaborating on at a membership price. So that's the Air tier. And right now, the pricing for the Air tier is $47 a month. This is the founding members price. I know that this will end up going up at some point, but right now, at the time of this recording, it's $47 a month, which I feel is huge. You're getting so many benefits and so many connections, and really a doorway into the interior design world that you won't find anywhere else. So our next tier is our in-person tier, and that tier is the Earth tier. And in that tier, you get everything in the air element. Plus, you get monthly in-person showroom tours. You'll get a monthly in-person design or artist tour. So let me just break those down. So the showroom tour is actually going into a showroom here physically in San Diego or Southern California. I'm connecting you directly with my contacts there. They're usually a showroom that is individually owned, and you're learning how to operate the showroom. You're learning how to check out samples. How do they work? Setting up your account, all of those details. And then we also have an in-person design tour or an artist tour where we are going to a interior design studio to see how it's set up, to ask the designer questions, and or we'll go to an artist studio to connect with the artist, see how they work, or we'll go on site to a design project where the designer will be there to give us a tour to share their experience in creating that sacred space. We had a design tour at Maya Moon Collective, which is a cacao collective, beautiful showroom here in San Diego, coffee and cacao shop, desserts. It's really magical. And we have one of our design Coven members design the space. So she gave us a tour and insight on design. And then you also get every quarter, you're going to receive a shadow day with an interior designer. So whether that's with me or with a practicing interior designer, you get to follow them for the day and check out the ins and outs of their design life for that day. And then special events with the San Diego Architectural Foundation. We've teamed up with them. They've invited our members to join for free and to come to special events. I'm also sharing special events and private events with vendors that have invited me to different things. So we've had something with Sharon Williams. We've had an event with Palachuk, with the Luganet Nagel Design Center. This month, we're going to be going to events with Stone Systems, which is a local showroom here in San Diego for tile and countertops. So any of the events that I'm receiving, I'm sharing that with those in the Coven as well. So you're getting invitations to all of that. And then and the Earth tier is $97 a month at this point. $97 a month, and you get all of those events that include the Air tier and what I just described in Earth. And then our last tier is the Fire tier, and this is where the one-on-one mentorship comes in. Depending on where you are getting everything in the Air tier plus Fire, or you're getting everything in the Earth tier plus Fire. So if you're here in San Diego, you're getting Earth and Fire. And then if you're virtual, you're getting Air and Fire. And with that, it comes with a monthly one-on-one mentorship via Zoom with me to talk about anything that you want in your design business, help you get clarity, help you brainstorm, just ask for advice, take a look at your website, anything that you are wanting help in. I'm here to support you. And then you also, in that Fire tier, are getting a free hour mentorship with Chantel of Clear Clerks Creative. So you get a free hour with her. And then you also have access to special pricing with her if you would like to continue on getting mentorship. And that is just an ongoing thing. You'll get that if you want it. You don't have to take that hour or spend that hour if you feel like you don't need it, but you get an hour with me every month. So that's the Fire tier, and that right now is $197 a month, which is crazy when I'm thinking about it. So that is available to you in Fire. Next question: what makes this community different from other design communities? You're going to have direct access to me. You'll have access to active interior designers, contractors, and professionals in the design industry to answer your questions and offer one-on-one mentorships. You get behind-the-scenes sites on job sites and for the Design Coven to learn from. I'm connecting you directly with my network of vendors and suppliers whom I've built a 17-year relationship with. And also you get to hang out with all of us together at networking events. So it takes out the awkwardness of not knowing anybody. I introduce you to everybody that I know. Like, I am a sharer, and I really love the connection with people. So you're getting access to all of that. And you're also getting access to an extremely supportive community where we all share our resources, our wins, our struggles, so that we can lift all of us up. And our membership is always open and available. I spoke about that before. It's always open, always available. on a month-to-month basis. So I just really like the openness of all of that. Again, no pressure. I just want you to feel super, super supportive. And I don't want to hold the mentality of, I don't even know the word, but I'm not having enough, right? So next question, do you offer an affiliate program? Yes, we are rolling out an affiliate program. So you will get a commission on anybody that you bring into the Design Coven. I really want to support you with that. So if you are bringing in community people, members to join, I want to offer you a commission. So that will be available soon. Next question, what's your background and who are you? So this is a good question. You might not know me from another designer, but I will share a little bit about who I am. I'd like to say a design mystic or a creatrix of sacred space. I create sacred space through holistic interior design and feng shui practices. I am the host of this podcast, Bewitching the Home, and I empower others in my community to align to their home spaces energetically to their higher selves. I do this here on the podcast. I do this with my clients, and I also hold or host meetings, new moon meetings to really connect us with their higher selves. I read tarot. I'm a Reiki master. I'm certified in classical feng shui or flying stars feng shui. So I'm really incorporating all of this. I've got 17 plus years experience in the field officially. I graduated from San Diego Mesa College with an associate's and a certificate in interior design back in 2005. I have created and collaborated on a multitude of projects with my partner, Carl Pellini, with our design firm, Crawford Pellini. I'm an active interior designer. We mostly work on residential projects, although we have done some hospitality works, which are really, really exciting. I've created a coffee shop, I've designed a pho restaurant, and most recently, I partnered with a friend of mine, Michael Soriano, with Onarios Design to design the speakeasy in San Diego, which is called the Realm of 52 Remedies. And we received the 2021 Orchid Award for Interior Design with the San Diego Architecture Foundation. And then I have been published in a few publications, San Diego Home Garden Lifestyles magazine, Modern Luxury magazine, San Diego magazine, Exquisite Weddings, Style and Decor, and Serendipity magazine. Style and Decor was a fun one because that I had just recently graduated from design school. The San Diego Humane Society they built a new facility and they wanted designers to design these rooms for the animals, and we did a room for cats, and it was on Alice in Wonderland, and Style and Decor magazine published me right away, which was super, super fun. I didn't expect that. So that's really cool. Next question. How do I contact you if I have more questions? So you can send me an email. You can send me a text. You can contact me on Instagram on direct messages. But if you want to get more in depth, I do have a link in the show notes where we can get on Zoom together and we can chat for, about 15 minutes to just discover and see if this is a program that is in alignment with you and take you into that space. So I'm happy to explore more questions, to dive in and see where you're at. I love knowing where everyone is. And then the last question, of course, is how do I sign up? So you can sign up with the link below. You can also go onto our website, bewitchingthehome.com, and there's a tab there for the interior design membership group. We are working on the Design Coven website, which will be up sometime. But the link is there so that you can sign up. And again, it's just with PayPal or with a credit card. And I'm always open to suggestions. I'm open to topics to air on the podcast or just different areas on how to expand the Design Coven. So, and I'm open to collaboration too. So if you know a vendor or a designer that you feel would be a really cool fit to feature in the Coven and on the podcast, please let me know. Again, I am open and available. And also, if you are enjoying the podcast, I really, really appreciate the reviews and the 5 stars just to get people to find us, because that's the other thing is just, being visible to everybody. So if there is somebody that you feel is in alignment with joining the Design Coven because you know that they're talented and that they could really excel in this space, please share the podcast with them, share this episode with them. And yeah, I'm just truly, truly grateful for everyone that has supported me through this entire journey. It just constantly evolves, and I'm so excited to be here and to hold space for all of you. You've been listening to the Holistic Interior Design Business podcast. If it's one that you have been enjoying, please share with anyone else that you think can benefit from this knowledge, and leave us a 5-star review that helps us get seen and found by other new and aspiring interior designers. And if you're looking for mentorship, I invite you to join our club here at the Design Coven. It's a bridge between school and real life interior design. We get in much deeper there. We have virtual and in-person events. So everyone is welcome. You don't need to have a design degree to be part of it, just an interest in holistic interior design. I also want to thank our editor, Marcy Ferry, and lastly, Kinseth Thibodeau, who is our music composer. Until next time, be well, and we will see each other soon.